Oh my gosh! But it's like it's cheap though. So I mean,
yeah. The surrounding premises. Did you see suspicious characters or
No, it was pretty quiet. Yeah.
stray dogs? Any? Was there a liquor store nearby?
There was a Starbucks across the street. Oh yeah, there was actually. It was a Payless Liquor. It was down the street.
All right. All right.
Okay.
So,
Don't judge me.
welcome back to the Don't Judge Me podcast. Here today with Sir Nygel, House of the Wave Files from the Dark Gray Triad. Always looking left because I'm not right. But you know who is right? Next to me, many people. But here's one of them.
I am one of those people, and my name is Jay Delnegro, and welcome back to the Don't Judge Me podcast. Or if you're a first-time listener, welcome to the Don't Judge Me podcast. And thank you for joining us in judgment. And I get to say that in real time.
Yes.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see why. Otherwise, I'm Jay Delnegro. He's Sir Nygel. And this is the third person, and we'll introduce him in a moment. But you all are members of the jury. And as members of the jury, it is your responsibility to judge with us any and everything that we bring to you. To do that, you can get in contact with us by email at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com, or you can call us at 202-642-9398. And once we've received what you have to say, we will include and incorporate that into a future episode of the show. This is episode 204. And thank you again for continuing to join us in judgment. Sir Nygel, we have a guest. If you would, please introduce.
Yeah, so I'd like to introduce my friend and my DM coming all the way from Australia. Staying here in the States with me, actually, for the last week or so. And we've been having a ball. And I'm looking forward to hearing his side of judgment. Brendo, do you have anything you want to add?
How's it going?
Awesome. Well, yeah, no, looking forward to this. Like I said, it's always good to hanging out with him. And yeah, good to have him on the show.
So without getting too personal, Brendo,
Yes.
who gave you the name Brendo?
Well, my name was Brendan, and I think that's just a lot of people shorten it to that. You know, typical slang.
Yeah, I think.
You just took off a letter, though.
Oh, yeah, too.
I guess.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, I get called Nige. I mean, I just have.
but that's NYG.
Yeah.
2 letters. A letter.
Well, it's Brendan.
A letter. Just to count. A letter.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's not even a syllable. It's just,
Yeah.
It's just a letter. It's just a letter. So your friend started calling you Brendo, and somehow you ended up in America for a week. Is that how it worked?
yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's about the 4th or 5th time I've come. It's,
Which honestly, I admire this man's travel because he'll say like, yeah, and earlier today even, you're like, yeah, I'm going to Japan again. I've been there a couple times. Given Australia's a lot better location.
Okay, yeah.
But he's like, yeah, I've been to the U.S. a couple times. And I'm like, man, I haven't even left Maryland. Like, yeah, I'm so like the most out of state experience I get is going to D.C. or Virginia, and that's all in the same 20-mile radius. Like, I just came back from Indiana, but I'm gonna tell you, when I went to Indiana, my mom was like, "What's the capital?" And I was like, "Don't know." I don't even know where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah, you're just on for the ride. So how many miles away is Australia?
I don't even know how many kilometers away.
Sorry for just doing American math, everybody. Like,
how dare you ask
I know it's
miles?
I know it's a 13-hour flight between Sydney and LA.
That's right. You're going the other way around the world.
Yeah, because it's quicker, I guess.
You run out of gas if you tried to fly to the East Coast.
Assume.
Well, funnily enough, when you go from Sydney to LA, you arrive 2 hours before you left.
See, that's what, like, honestly, we were just talking about this earlier about his time traveling. So I was like, so you go in the past to go to the future because you travel 3 hours in the past to go to LA, and then at one point you cross the 12-hour mark, and then you go into the future. Exactly. And then, I was telling him when I went to the Philippines, my pickup, I told him the wrong day because I was like, oh, it's a 20-hour flight. I'll be there Tuesday. No, I didn't get there till Wednesday. So then I'm like, wait, I'm missing days in my like, I don't even know what's going on.
I have a problem if I sit in a car for more than 3 hours, and you guys are talking about 20 and how many hours?
30, right?
It's all up. Well, to get to here,
Yeah.
because then to get from LA to here, that's like what 5-6 hours
5-6
flight.
hours, yeah.
But then you guys are ahead of LA, so you lose like another 3 hours or whatever. So yeah, it takes like 30 hours.
I'm glad we look at words the same way because time is just weird, yo.
No, because honestly, that boggles my mind.
Although words we don't spell them the same. So I mean,
Yeah, I guess you're right because you have like I don't know necessarily in Australia, but you think of like different words like like how sometimes liquor is spelled like different.
Liqueur.
yeah, you guys drop the U a lot in a lot of your words. Mm-hmm. Not sure what the reason
it's
behind that is.
useless. That's why. No, useless. That's exactly why we dropped the U.
No, exactly. But yeah, no, we had a good time. We went to Gen Con.
Mm-hmm.
Gen Con is the
Apparently
board
called
game.
the Geneva Convention is what it's called.
Are you serious?
That's what I learned. So I was like, apparently Geneva Convention, Gen Con, was initially held in Geneva, Ohio.
That's a real place?
Yeah, apparently. And then, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh,
Okay,
I don't know the history.
Okay. So one of our, I guess, people that I was doing the booth with was telling me that it was Geneva Convention. It was initially in Geneva, Ohio. Apparently, it got to the point where Geneva, Ohio was like, y'all are causing too much of a ruckus. Y'all need to go. And then kicked them out.
Ohio.
Then they went to Indianapolis, did the con there, and eventually Geneva was like,
come back.
yeah, y'all want to come back? And he was like, nah, we
need the money.
good. And so now they've stayed in Indianapolis, and that's why it stays where it is. And because a lot of times it was like, why are we in this, as Severio would always call it,
Pohunk?
well,
Podunk.
a one-horse town. He hates it. And honestly, I can see why, because there was a lot of like components where I was even like, I don't know, this doesn't seem like a place you'd want to like vacation to, per se. I didn't even look
Do you
what they're
want a
known
vacation
for.
to? I know Indianapolis is like the home of like consumer foods. Like it's a lot of fast food and
I didn't know that.
like short order food and restaurants. Like they do a lot of test kitchens. Like the major brands do a lot of test kitchens in Indianapolis. But I don't think anybody wants to vacation there.
No, like I had to Google what they're known for, and it was racing.
Yeah,
it's
they
basketball.
have a big race.
And then I was like, oh, the Speedway, I guess. And I was
Indy
like,
500.
yeah, I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, well, what's their food? Because my brother was like, what's their food? And I
Corn
was like,
dogs.
pork tenderloin, like flattened pork tenderloin. I was like, that is such a random fucking thing to be known for. Like, but of course, I didn't see any place that was selling it either. So I mean,
Did you look? I don't think you really looked.
No, it was a very like, okay, I'm done. Like, it was very quick, like,
No.
anything around? No, okay. It's like, sir, you're in the middle of the street. I did not do that hard of a look at all. But yeah, I wasn't trying to either. Yeah, but it was a okay place. I mean, just not much going on
So
outside the Geneva Convention.
So at the Geneva Convention, what were some of the highlights?
Well, Brendo had a different experience than I did because I was working. So I was working a booth. I was selling merch I'm rocking right now.
What's the shirt say?
Was Flag Bearer Games.
That's the name
Of the company.
Okay.
And they have a D&D book called Nations and Cannons.
Okay.
Which essentially has Revolutionary War meets D&D. We've talked about this. This year, I didn't get that many people trying to prove that I didn't know history.
Because they already knew you didn't know history.
Well, probably.
They were aware. Look at them.
But I had a lot of people who were more receptive to. Maybe also my pitch got better. I doubt it. I feel like it was the same pitch. Yeah, it probably was exactly verbatim. I'm usually a very like routine person, so I would have defaulted into what I was saying before. I don't think I changed it at all.
Were you upselling? Were you?
Yeah, no, I definitely was actually, which is probably different from most years because we actually had product this year. So any other time, like last year, I went to PAX, which is in Pennsylvania. We had nothing. It was like the book, which everyone had, and then everything else was like a dream. You were selling a dream.
No.
It was just like, I don't have the product, but do you want to give me money and we'll get it to you later?
An IOU.
Yeah, it was IOU, and I was like, I'm not that good of a salesman. I can't sell IOUs. Well, I probably could have, but that wasn't gonna work. But That was my experience. It was pretty much was at the booth. I was almost back in my retail days. I was on my feet for 8 hours. Didn't get a lunch break or what you would call it. I was eating apples that I was taking from the continental breakfast. Like I had like 8 apples. I was fucking like right now. If a doctor came to like near me, he would explode. Like that's how many apples I was consuming. Like I was to the point where I was a doctor's nemesis. And then got to walk the con towards the end of the day, but that was pretty much I'll talk about that because I actually have a funny story about that experience. But I mean, how was yours?
Yeah, I mean, mine was pretty cool. Like I went there more as a guest of the convention, I guess, like to look around. My Gen Con experience was actually pretty fun, even on the flight from LA because I actually happened to share the flight with none other than Matt Mercer.
And just break it down for Jay who Matt Mercer is.
Yeah, Matt Mercer is the, I guess, he's the dungeon master for the big Dungeons and Dragons YouTube show Critical Role. And they have...
I've seen the Amazon Prime Vox Machina.
Yeah. So those guys. So the guys
I don't know who they are. I just watched the anime.
So that show is based on their Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
So which character? Well, he said he's the dungeon master.
He's the dungeon master.
He's the dungeon master. Got it.
And also on the flight was the previous lead designer or lead rules designer for Dungeons and Dragons, Jeremy Crawford, who's recently left Dungeons and Dragons but has joined Critical Role's company. They happened to both be on the flight. So that was kind of cool.
So you're flying with celebrities.
Yeah,
the event that they were going to, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they sat in the front of the plane and you were in the back.
I was actually in the back of the plane. Yeah, because when I fly, I try to pick seats at the back because I like an aisle seat, and usually if you pick right at the back and there's no one already like in the middle row, like sometimes people don't take those seats, and then you get like a whole row to yourself.
That's smart.
So that happened on the international flight, so that was good. But yeah, and they were there to talk about Daggerheart, which is I guess their new RPG game that they've just made. So
which would be a competitor to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, or an alternative might be more.
I like competitor
accurate,
better.
but a competitor.
Fuck D&D.
There's probably a bunch of D&D players that are going to be taking a break from D&D. That's for sure. Yeah, 100%. It's a fun game. I've played it for the first time at Gen Con, so that was fun. I went to just some different panels and saw different D&D people in the like YouTube space talk about stuff, and yeah, played some games. It was good fun. Bought a lot of books. My suitcase is heavy.
Like to read?
Well, they're mostly role-playing game books.
Rule books. All right. Because we don't read here in America.
You know, it's funny you say that because actually a lot of my friends will say that very often to me. But I'm like, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this book. You read? And I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. I do enjoy a book here and there, even though most times it's erotica for research. I don't know if I told you this. I'm writing a book, and it's erotica themed, and because I feel that the books are so silly that I could do it, and it's always. And so the name of the book is Summer Discharge, which I've almost finished. I did not get as much time because I was.
You were working.
Let me tell you. Okay, I'm gonna dive.
There we go.
Okay,
He's about to go on, everybody.
So not only was I working, so we had to get there at 8 something in the morning, work the con from 9 to 6. And mind you, like I said, I was in the booth the whole time. Then afterwards, because we had to wait for some of the GMs to finish their games, we were sitting in the hotel till 8. Right? Then we get back to the hotel room and it's bedtime.
For who? You're grown.
No.
Mom said you had to go to bed?
No, because there was nothing popping.
It is Indianapolis.
It's Indianapolis. So 9, 10 o'clock, it was all right, dead. Mind you, I've been waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning for the last year, right? For 5, 4 o'clock. So I'm waking up at 4. Luckily, I brought my gym stuff. So I'm working out.
Okay.
I'm working out at the joint. Was it a problem? Probably, because you were standing on your feet for 8 hours and you're walking 4 miles in the morning. Guess whose legs is humming? Mine. So that was fucked up. But then it was every day, it was all day, all night. And it was I'm not working 8 hours. I'm working 12 at this point because I'm going from 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. every day. And it was crazy. And I was just like, yo, I'm tired. Like, I came back sore. Like, I was like sleepy. Like, it was crazy. And it reminds me of like Black Friday retail, like Best Buy almost. I was like, I'm too old to be.
They got the Best Buy out of you.
No, they did. I was like, yo, that's real, yo. And then like, yeah, it was a lot. Like even now, like this morning, I even woke up and my body was like, bro, you doing too much. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I am. Now move. So daily conversations, instead of affirmations, is aggressiveness in the morning with me.
Brendo, how would you describe the type of patron at the Geneva Convention? Like, what generally, like, what do these people look like? Because what Sir Nygel said in the very last episode was there wasn't no bitches. Were there any bitches at the Geneva Convention?
Like, this is the thing, right? I feel like
nope. They're nice personalities.
you were stuck in the booth. Like,
I know, but that's like if somebody was to ask you like, "Hey, hook me up with one of your friends." Well, let me hold on. We'll go ahead. Sorry, not to cut you off. We'll go ahead.
No, but like I'm just trying to be respectful, like when I talk about, like, because like that's the cool thing, right? Like, I feel like nerdy people come in all sort of shapes and sizes. It's surprising, and I think especially these days, like probably 15 years ago, different story.
Yeah.
These days,
it's
everyone's a nerd.
Yeah.
Like everyone's got internet and tech in their pocket.
Podcasting.
Like like everyone's nerdy in some way.
Yep.
And it's also, I think, less stigmatized, so people are much more happy. That's why Gen Con has gotten so huge. Dungeons & Dragons has gotten so huge. Like Dungeons & Dragons is selling out like stadiums to like do live shows.
Yeah, the Kennedy Center actually had a.
So is it like they're playing the game and
just playing it live on stage, and they're so popular. Like that's what I mean. Like
that is interesting.
So you see all sorts, and sure, there might be a bunch of people that are the typical, unshaven, bigger white guy or something, but like there were plenty of nice looking girls in in tight skin suit, like fucking.
Oh no, I will say there's a lot of cheeks hanging out, and I was
really
now was it cheeks you wanted to see?
But they were out.
They were out.
They were out.
They were definitely out, but it was like I don't think they should be. Like I feel like some like spandex should have a weight requirement. Like that's how like, ma'am, put that away. I appreciated it being out, but put it away.
Put it away.
But I saw this one joint. She was beautiful. She was bad. But then, she walked away. she walked past the booth. I was really like, damn. I was like, you the baddest joint here.
Was that song, She Was a Fairy?
No, dead ass.
Yeah, and she
was so beautiful. Like, she had this, like, sundress on. She had, like, rocker metal boots, which didn't make any sense with the outfit. But she had these, like, circle glasses, which didn't look like they were a prescription. And it was just like, damn you bad. Come walk by the booth. Like I literally was like I had the book ready. Like I was gonna like sell her this book, right, just so I could talk to her. And she didn't even walk past the booth. I was like, damn. Bye.
Wrong kind of board game player. Wrong kind of board.
Yeah, I was like I would have moved. Like she was bad. She was bad. She was vicious. Hey, let me stop talking about her. I was lost in her eyes and shit. That was even day one, so the whole time I'm looking for the rest of the convention. The whole convention, I'm like, yo, I hope she come back. She didn't. I was like, maybe she changed the outfit or something. Nope.
But the convention's just that big. You get lost. You get lost there, bro. Like,
I know, because I had to make a run to drop books off to the DMs, and I almost didn't make it back. Like it was crazy. It was big. It was ridiculous.
Was it like in the Indianapolis Convention Center?
Yeah, but not just the convention center. In the Lucas Oil Stadium.
Oh, really?
In all of the hotels around it. Like, so it's crazy.
So BlurCon has some work to do, is what you're telling me.
No, BlurCon has nothing on. Like, it would have been like if BlurCon had like the two hotels, like where we got the tickets, and there was also stuff going on in that hotel, stuff going on in the hotel that actually was in there, and then way bigger. Like, I mean, you could have fit BlurCon in like a half of what the convention center at Indianapolis was. That's his shit was huge. Like it was so big they had like quadrants that they were just cutting off at the end of the day. Like it was that big. It was ridiculous.
Board games, huh?
Board games, dice, paintings.
It's always an art corner. But, you know.
Yeah, and then they also had. And this is where they got me. I walked past the cyber clothing. It's called cyberwear. So it's like cyberpunk gear. And this girl named Phoenix.
Of course.
Yeah.
It could be nothing but Phoenix.
Bro, no, I'm gonna tell you right now. That was a close second to the other jump, right? So I'm rapping to this journey. She's showing me all this stuff. And they, of course, have custom backpacks. And I love a custom item. Nygel gets sold on custom items. So I wound up buying this backpack, even though I didn't need it. But it was awesome.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Yeah, no. And when I was like, yo, what's your name? She was like, Phoenix. And then let me tell you, so this is also sparked why I wanted to go to Otakon. She was like, yeah, I'm going to be at Otakon. I was like, yeah, me too.
That's this weekend, right?
Yeah, it's today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Oh, it started Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it till I was there. And I was like, yo, I'm trying to work in Otakon just so I could also go see Phoenix again. So, but nope, couldn't happen. And I was like, I am paying that much. So I wanted to.
What are the tickets, like 80?
Probably. I mean, honestly, the website was so convoluted. It's like, we don't sell tickets, we sell memberships. And I was like, okay, I'm good. And then it was like in DC Convention Center. So I was like, it's not even like a good, easy, and like hit or miss. Like I was like, I probably had to ride Metro or Subway or Uber. I was like, and then we only like, because we got some stuff that we're doing this weekend. So I was like, it's only like a 2-hour window. I was like, it's not even worth going there. So I was like,
definitely not.
We could maybe done it Sunday now that I think about it, because I don't have to do anything Sunday morning. But it wasn't worth it. So I got to meet Phoenix. She was cool. Even got me to like follow their page for like 10 seconds. And I unfollowed it because I followed it. I followed it and I opened Instagram. It was like their shit. I was like, nope.
Oh, that's just the first time.
I know, but it was like too much. I was like, nope. Because they wasn't showing nothing.
But if it was Phoenix's personal page.
Yeah, I probably would have got it. But she remembered my name, so it was like cool.
That's why you had to stay.
No, I know.
Because then you could have found her. You're not stalking properly, sir.
No, I know. I look, but honestly, it's been such a long time. So, like, I even felt like the stalker vibes where it was like, bitch, you gonna come back. And I was like, and then I saw Phoenix, I was like, tone your creepiness down, right? Like, tone it down. And so,
soften your eyes.
Yeah, soften your eyes. Like, don't come off creepy, bro. Like, you're coming off a little too scary right now. So, me and Phoenix had a good conversation. And then I met someone else named Princess.
Strippers. They're all strippers.
Apparently, I'm meeting strippers. But it was crazy with her interaction because she was just like, hey, like, do you like Native American stuff? And I was just like, that's a weird opener, but sure. And she was like, my husband who died created this game. And I was just like, Jesus, okay. And then she was like, here it is. I was like, okay. She's like, what's your name? I was like, Nygel. And she was like, I was like, what's yours? She was like, Princess. I was like, what is happening? I kept the pen. She gave me a pen and a card for a game. And I was just like, okay, cool.
My husband who died created.
But then I was like, sorry to hear. She's just like, nah. And I was
because that wasn't the story. That's just the story she's telling you. That's not the truth.
I know it was so funny because I was just like, oh, okay. Because I really was like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear. Nah.
He was an asshole. Like,
yeah, that's like, oh, he
used to beat me.
I killed him. Like, oh, Jesus, okay. But it was just so funny because like she really was just like, nah. I was just like, okay, well, interesting interaction.
You meet any princesses or phoenixes or scarlets, Brenda?
Nothing as colorful as Nygel, unfortunately. No. But no, I was mostly hanging. I have some other friends from Fort Wayne that had come out for the convention. So
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I had to look it up later because like when you said it, I was like, "What the fuck is Fort Wayne?"
The only reason I know because there's an NBA G League team in Fort Wayne.
Oh, didn't know that either.
The Mad Ants.
Okay.
Sports ball.
They told me the same story about the pork belly or whatever, the pork sandwich.
What? The smashed pork.
The smashed pork. Yeah. So we were hanging out most of the time, just checking things out. Like when I wasn't. Actually, that was the whole reason I was able to come. Actually, because the hotels around Gen Con
please
crazy expensive.
Share the story of your hotel that you share with us about the door and the shower, please, because. We were like, tell the story, and this shit is so hilarious.
So I go to the hotel. Seems okay for like.
And how much you paying a month?
It was like $60 a night. So maybe that gives you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does it have a hallway, or are you facing the outdoors when you open the door?
Depends which floor of the hotel you're staying on, or the inn as it was called. So the third floor was indoors, and that was
you were on the third floor.
And I was
but if you were on the first or second floor, just outdoors.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Okay.
And so I walk up to my door, and it's where the handle is. There's like massive crack, like as if at some point it's being kicked in. And so I use my card. The door won't open. I have to like force, and then I hear like metal crunching as the door.
Did it still make the beep sound? Like
it did. But the whole mechanism is like rattling of the.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I go in, I shut the door, and then the inside lock won't lock because the deadbolt won't match up with the
because it's been kicked in.
And then so I'm lucky I had little, I don't know what you call the
latch at the top.
Yeah. So I just flicked that on.
Yeah.
The what else was funny about the room? The I remember I went to have a shower, and I couldn't figure out why the curtain kept like bunching in the middle, and and I realized it had this big dip in it, and it was like someone had grabbed, like pulled on it and like bent the whole thing. It was like half ripping out of the wall. But then what was funny was when my friends came, because they had the room next to me, I happened to just go inside, and theirs was also the same, like the shower rod. I was like, what the fuck is going around?
You were staying in a hooker's motel, and the pimp was coming to snatch his hose out. She was grabbing a rod. Daddy, no.
Yeah.
And he was yanking her ass.
Come here, Princess and Phoenix.
Phoenix was in one room and Princess was in the other.
Princess and Phoenix, I got some work for you.
Like, there was a storm even, and there was a. I went to check. I went to check the. Like the next morning, I went to look out the window to see if it was still raining, and I realized my feet were wet, and there was this huge puddle on the floor. But no obvious. The window wasn't open. It just the seal must be shit. Or something.
Let me give you the context. So we're asking Brendo, and he's making comparisons about how the Ubers are more than he's staying. So I was like, "Whoa, how much is your rent?" And so he's like $60, right? And I was like, "You okay?" Like, you know what I'm saying? So then he's like, "Yeah, it's not bad. It's an okay place." Then he proceeds to tell us what he just told us, and we were like, "That's not okay by any means." but he just so chill about it. Like, I mean, wet floors, broken rods, doors kind of, but I mean, $60, and I was just like, "That's such a."
Well, I did stipulate though, like it was relatively clean.
No,
like if it weren't clean, I would have been like,
that was the funny description. Was like, yeah, it's $60. I was like, oh, so are you okay? Like, I mean, you like what's going on? And then it was like, oh, it's relatively clean, and then dropped that other stuff, and it was just like, oh my gosh! But it still is like it's cheap though. So I mean,
the surrounding premises. Did you see suspicious characters or
no? It was pretty quiet. Yeah.
Stray dogs? Was there a liquor store nearby?
There was a Starbucks across the street. There was actually. It was a Payless Liquor. It was down the street.
All right.
Okay.
But I didn't really.
They also
by that.
cash checks in there, I am sure. But you were in a hooker motel for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But that's funny. That's funny.
I'm surprised they actually had like the magnetic key cards to let you
kind of, quote unquote, because
I'm surprised it survived the week, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the way it was rattling off the jangled off the but
that's so funny.
But yeah, I mean it was either that or pay like $500 a night, you know.
Oh yeah,
because the whole area was sold out.
Yeah,
like there was one guy, I guess, who randomly just drove to the hotel that we were staying at and was like, "Do you guys have rooms?" And the guy like literally was like, Gen Con. And I was just like, but I'm like, no context to this gentleman that came off the street. And I'm like no one else knows about Gen Con. Like, I mean, I just even found out, I've known of Gen Con because my friends go, but like, I wouldn't have known, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that he was just like, Gen Con, no, we don't have any rooms. No one has rooms. And it's just like, the guy was like, oh, okay.
I hear the population increases about 10% or something during Gen Con.
I can believe it. Because look, we went to this restaurant and the best way I can describe it is very artesian like warehouse fancy dinner. We went for our team dinner, right? And, again, trying to be healthy, right? So I was like looking at the menu. Everything is vegan and what's another word? Like vegan and vegetarian, gluten,
organic.
Like pretty much no nothing, right? Like just.
Who picked that bullshit?
Colin, because they are vegan, lactose intolerant, lactose intolerant, and multiple other things that they can't eat. So their dietary restrictions are. It's always funny too. Colin always will say, "Where do y'all want to eat?" And it's like, no, where do you want to eat? Because you can't eat everything, and so you need to pick because you have very select options that you can select from. And now, mind you, I also added that because I wanted to eat healthier. Because I think the first night they wanted to do Burger King, I was like, "There ain't nothing on Burger King I'm eating, right?" So,
Robert Jr.
Well, maybe. But it was still like, I'm not eating Burger King. And then I think the next night it was like pizza. And I was like, I'm going to eat these apples. I'm good. Like, so we go to this place because it's a alcoholic cider.
Okay, yeah.
So different flavors where it's like blueberry infused cider, something. So mind you, it's Saturday night. They close at 10, which is interesting. So they have 12-hour braised pork. They got brisket. They got all this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get a salad. I'm going to get the brisket. Probably get some avocado on there. Be real bougie, right? Eat right. We get there. Severio orders the brisket sandwich. Yeah, we don't have brisket. We're out. And so he's like, he ordered another, I guess, meat substitute. I don't know what it was. I guess it was like ground beef. So I was like, well, dang, since y'all don't have brisket, can I get the grilled chicken? No, we ain't got that either. Okay, what do you have? We got the cider infused chicken. I was like, I don't want that shit. But I was like, fine, I need protein because I haven't eaten anything. Got it. Worst chicken I think I've ever had in my life. It was.
Was it a fillet or was it bone-in chicken?
It was shredded chicken. Okay. I guess they just had like a cider sauce that they just let it. Like it looked like they probably crock-potted it, to be honest. And then they named it something fancy. So I'm eating this salad. I'm just like, this is horrible. I don't like this joke. And then at like 9:30, they're like, yeah, we shutting down. And I'm like, no, did y'all? Now, mind you, we got there at 9. So it was like 8:45 maybe. And I was like, wait, it's Saturday night. Y'all close at 10. Gen Con's been happening for years. And they were like, yeah, we didn't expect that many people to show up. And I'm like, but how? Why?
They made their money in one day.
Yeah, and
they made all their money.
Fuck all y'all. Didn't have nothing. It was kind of like, the thing is, I usually try to buy like a shirt or a hoodie from wherever I go, right? And I was actually thinking about getting a shirt. That chicken was so bad. I was like, yo, they ain't getting no more money out of me, yo.
Gen Con.
Geneva Convention. But yeah, they weren't prepared for it. And then we wound up riding back and getting dropped off. But I was just like, yo, this is such a unnecessary fancy place. And I think even my salad, the one I didn't like, ran for like $30 or something crazy. All it was like arugula, cherry tomatoes, this horrible chicken. And yeah, that's it.
Arugula tastes like spicy front yard.
It does, and I love it. I actually love arugula.
Okay.
But it's because it has that unique taste. Like, it's aggressive. It's to the point where it's like, yo mama. And it's like, oh, okay.
So, I don't know if you know this, but Sir Nygel's partially white. Mm-hmm. Partially. Mm-hmm. You appear to be fully white.
Correct.
He recently found out, maybe within the past 2 years, that he has a low tolerance for spicy food because he put pepper on something once. Just house pepper, black pepper. And it was too much.
I think I was heavy-handed. I don't know what it was. It fucked me up. Whatever that one time, like, and I think even because it's funny because it changes up, right? So the pepper fucked me up, but then I'll get like a spicy avocado, like Guatemala. What's the fucking guacamole? Yeah, thank you. I was like, what the fuck? I was gonna call it Guatemala.
Same thing.
Yeah. I was gonna get some spicy Guatemala.
That's your Costco boo.
Yeah.
Spicy Guatemalan.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't seen her lately. I hope she's there this weekend. I haven't seen her in a while. Get a hug. I got a Costco cutie. But spicy Guatemala, God damn it, spicy shit, the spicy green stuff got me where I was like, oh, this ain't bad. So I don't know what it is. It like activates randomly where it's like, attack Nygel. And then all of a sudden I'm like, God damn.
I mean, I don't like to stereotype people, but like, I am incredibly white when it comes to spice. Like I do not like spicy food.
So you're not getting the Reaper asshole blown off hot sauce. You're not doing that.
I'm not adding pepper. Like that's like I see shit with paprika in it on the menu. I'm like, oh, that's a shame. Like like that sounded
Paprika. Paprika is just dust.
The fact that he said that's a shame, like reading me, like, oh, I would have loved to try you.
Now, like sometimes, I'm not rude enough. Like if someone put something in front of me and it had pepper or whatever, I would eat it. Like, and it's
I was say I think I've cooked a couple things this weekend that had pepper in it. And
Did you cook him the
meat log?
The meat log.
No, I did not do the
You know,
meat log.
you know what the meat log is?
I do not know.
No, you don't want to know. But like, so essentially, one day I was like, I want food. I don't feel like cooking, so I literally just picked ground beef in a log and just baked it. So meatloaf without all the extra stuff, and so I just called it the meat log because it essentially was a log of meat that I baked, and it was the driest, nastiest fucking thing I've ever had in my life. And I lathered it in like barbecue sauce, and yeah. This is my go-to. So if you want recipes, you can go to Don't Judge Me.
But don't judge me pod@gmail.com if you want the recipe.
No, I was like, we don't have a website. So I was like, wait,
No, we don't
I'm
have a
about to get it. But yeah, no, meat log is a diabolical, and I don't think I'd ever make it for anyone. It's just a story I'll tell my grandkids. Back in my day, we used to eat meat logs. Grandpa, you're silly. Oh, I used to guzzle that. I'm like, oh, Jesus, Grandpa. Just real out of pocket for no reason, and then drop a couple slurs and then go to sleep.
So no spice. You've been to America how many times?
It's like my fourth or fifth time
Since when did you start coming here?
Ooh, probably would have been back in like early 2010s, I think.
So Obama was president.
Maybe.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
So what did you think of America then as opposed to America now? So before you got to America, before you ever got here, did it live up to your expectations once you touched the ground?
I'll say this actually. Every time I've come to America, I have found 99% of the people I've interacted with have been perfectly pleasant. Having said that, I haven't really like gotten into deep discussions about politics or religion. Like that's usually the real kicker. But yeah, like I've found generally speaking, day to day, most people seem pretty chill. The only couple people I think I've had run into were like cab drivers, funnily enough, before Uber was a thing. I can see that. But otherwise, yeah, like when it comes to, there was a couple of things I was disappointed with. Hollywood's disappointing. That's definitely, I think,
a lot of Hollywood would stay at that hotel you were in. Just that's normal for Hollywood.
Like it has like one good block, and then the rest of the streets like kind of trash, and it's like, wow, like that's a surprise.
Just in front of the Chinese theater, and then if you go
and then
elsewhere,
avoid the
just,
rest. Yeah. There's a reason they have security and shit like when they do their stuff. But otherwise, yeah, like I've been to the Grand Canyon. That shit was cool. Like it's.
That's what I'm saying. Live here. Don't.
I've been in the Grand Canyon.
No, I haven't been in the Grand Canyon
because I went to Vegas.
I've been in Vegas like 3 times.
I was with a woman, and she wanted to go on the sightseeing tour, so we did that. Longest, most boring ride of my life. Drove down Route 66. I saw, like, it's desert, like straight up desert, but they might have a house every, 3 miles, and someone's just living on the side of the desert, and it's just like, wow, your will to live is much stronger than mine because there's nothing out here except your house.
That's wild.
Nothing. Not even like trees.
No grass either.
Nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
And you've got to go to a central location to get your water, or you drive out to a Walmart or something like that. But like you don't get water pumped in. You're just in the desert.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
But I've been to the Grand Canyon.
How did you like it? I feel like
Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
Oh, like pictures don't do it justice. Like when you're standing on the edge of that cliff, just looking out, it's like looking out into the sea. Like it's just like a void. Like,
oh wow.
It's just a whole like I say pictures don't do it justice. It's cool. It's cool.
I've actually, when I went, I took a few pictures, right? And what I learned was just like you say, looking into the sea. You can take a picture of the ocean. It's immediately a good picture. Take a picture of the Grand Canyon. You look like you've done this for decades. Like you've been a photographer for decades because you can't get a bad shot of it. Oh, it's impossible.
The Grand Canyon is photogenic.
It's the most. Yes. You know who else is very photogenic? Severio.
Yeah.
Next time you see him, if you guys are going to see him this weekend.
Yeah, tomorrow, I think.
Just take a picture of him. Like, let him know you're going to take a picture of him. Take that picture and then look at your phone and go, what the fuck? It makes no sense. I promise you, do that. Please remember and do that for yourself so you can confirm just how photogenic that man is.
I have a picture of, well, I can believe it. I remember his high school portrait because he had a full set of hair, and I was like, this is awesome. And I took a picture of it. And then, but he looked pleasant.
He's the most photogenic man in America.
I've seen him in armor.
I have too.
He looks pretty good in armor.
Same.
I thought he looked like Ram Man from He-Man, but I actually did a comparison. I did a split screen because I took a picture because he wore it to work one day for Halloween.
He wore it for Halloween.
Yeah.
I've seen him at Ren Fair a couple times with it. I think even when he met his girlfriend, he was rocking.
He met his girlfriend in armor. Was she at Ren Fair?
I think that was one of their first dates.
Well, that's not how they got introduced to one another. That's just what they agreed to do together.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he definitely showed up in armor.
Do you have any game? Are you able to sweet talk the ladies or the men? I don't know what you're into. Are you able to sweet talk whoever you're into?
I have trouble finding the ladies to sweet talk first.
Yeah.
What's the trouble? Like, you're tall, you're intelligent, you are a world traveler.
Yeah, no, you really are.
So like that is listen, bro. Listen. I don't know if you use dating apps, but if you put travel as like a hobby of yours, you will get 3-4 steps ahead.
I think my thing is more I'm not thinking about it because like my work's really busy, and then I spend a lot of my free time is already kind of I'm always playing Dungeons and Dragons with friends, or just hanging out with friends, or organizing trips, so I'm just not thinking about it a lot of the time. And then when I do look at apps, I'll see the person, oh, this person liked you or whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay, I could. No, it's not even that. It's more just like, oh, okay, if I initiate a conversation, I'm gonna have to spend the next hour, I'm gonna spend the next hour, and I just don't have the energy left to even and then it just expires after a couple of days or whatever. So So
the trick is to get off that. So you come across someone you like, or you mutually like each other. You exchange a couple words, and then you get off the app. You give some information, like here's my phone number. Just give me a call sometime. Whatever. Just don't stay on the app, because it's something about using that experience to communicate with a person, because it's not as what's the word I'm looking for?
Like organic.
It's not synchronous. It's a delay in conversation, and that delay, it impacts your experience with talking to someone else. So get off the app.
You were. I remember there's one girl I was talking to for ages on the app, for a week or something. We were chatting, and it was like she would answer all of my questions, but then never ask me anything. But she also wouldn't ghost me. So I'm like, are you interested? She just kept I'd continue the conversation. So people are funny like that, but I don't know. I just don't have the energy.
No, I'm with you.
I think as well, I was in a long-term relationship for about 8-9 years, and right when all the apps kind of blew up as the main method of, and I feel like I missed the education piece, how to use them correctly, or how to actually
navigate them properly.
Yeah. So it's almost a little bit foreign to me, to be honest, but
Yeah, I feel like I'm always I'm too picky. I feel. I'm a left swiper.
Yes.
I'm like, nope. And I'll be like, oh, you wearing those shoes? Nope.
I do kind of get immediately turned off by not nerdy girls. If they like some bubbly, hey, I'll be.
Ew.
I'm sure they're perfectly fine, but but it's more, I'm I am a huge fucking anime
agree with that.
and I'm like, if they can't handle that, they're like, I'm like, why even bother? Like, you know? So I'm like, I feel like I need someone who's also...
I can see that. Because even at the con, I was seeing a lot of couples, and I was just like, that's nice. Like, I would love to come to a con with my boo thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's great if you can...
Maybe not.
No, keep going.
No, I mean, some people actually had, like, legit, not, like, weird outfits. Some of them did. They were, like, in, like, furry outfits. Then there's also people who came in, like, Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's...
It's pretty much Halloween.
Yeah, all right, but do they have a fantastic board game?
Not that I know of. No.
I think there probably is. There's Marvel's board games.
Yeah, there probably is.
But
a lot of people just use it
to dress up.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. They're using it as an excuse to put on.
As an excuse to dress up. Like,
dress up.
Was there costumes that had direct relation with Gen Con? No. So,
how would you feel if a red coat walked through the convention?
If it was Severio, he would have said, you know who doesn't like red coats? George Washington. Now, buy this book. That's literally how he's very quick-witted, I will say. Severio's very impressive. But he would always relate something to George Washington, and it was very funny. I could not do it. I was just saying George Washington and laughed because it was a reference to what he was doing. But a red coat probably would have tried to tie it into, hey, buy this book because you're a historian probably. But...
the powdered wig, the whole gig. Someone comes through in the whole, I don't know, 17th century.
Yeah, I would try to sell my book. But that'd be it. I mean, that'd be more aligned to, supporting our cause, but...
What if they were dressed like a Confederate officer? Would you have known that they were a Confederate officer?
Probably.
Well, they were the gray pants, right? Like that's,
yeah. I feel like I would have probably, like, my spidey senses are tingling. I need to get away from this gentleman. But buy this book and get away from it.
No, it's we should get Severio to dress up as George Washington next time.
Yeah, I think he has a wig.
No. Get him to dress up as George Washington Carver next time.
Yeah, and get him
blackface.
Peanuts. Yeah,
blackface.
Yeah, cancel him immediately. No,
put him in blackface, and he's got to do the voice and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very, very ladylike voice.
Yeah, he probably would kill it. But we can't do that.
So, in your native country, hold up, so Australia, right? Mm-hmm. It's a continent and a country?
Yeah, so now I might get it wrong slightly, but yeah, so Australia is like, there's the main island, and then there's Tasmania, which is just off the coast to the south. It's like a smaller island, but that's the country.
Okay.
And my understanding is the continent includes like... there's like several other little islands around Australia, and also I think it might even include like part of East Timor and maybe part of Indonesia. Like there's a whole bunch of islands to the north of Australia, and I think because the continent, I think it's like what's on the plate, the tectonic plate, or whatever.
Yeah.
So some of those islands are technically Australian.
I didn't know there was islands.
I learned that actually last week.
I learned that.
There's an island that's full of penguins that is actually a part of the Arctic Ocean. It's one of the Australian islands. There are other islands, like I think 2.5 that are actually inhabited with like less than 1,200 people and stuff like that.
Totally ignorant. I had no idea.
It's like Christmas Island, is
what? That's where all the crabs are. The red crabs.
That's where we. Yeah, I was about to say that's it's better known for the. That's where we put all that's our detention centers. We ship all our quote unquote, because no refugees are illegal, but like what the government defines as illegal refugees, they ship them out there, but it's also known for
Christmas Island.
Once a year, just like a shit ton of crabs just like walk across the island, and they put up like these cute little fences and bridges to go across the roads and stuff, and all the crabs just like
that's awesome.
Crab, like it's hilarious.
Question. This is my just sense of humor, because I feel like if I lived there, this is what I would say. Christmas Island with the refugees. Do they like get called would a slur be like you're about to be an elf or something of that nature? Like, cause you about
but like I say, it's basically Australians aren't there. Like it's basically just a small island.
Well, no, I guess because the Christmas thing, I'm like, oh, they about to put you to work or something.
I'm not sure why it's called Christmas Island.
I'm so curious.
I don't know, but because I guess it's like because it's offshore, so it's out of sight, out of mind. Like, but there are a lot of people don't like that we do that. Like, obviously.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, it's up there with alligator Alcatraz, so it's right there.
Yeah, it's a lot further.
Crabs and Christmas.
It's not just like off the coast. Like it's actually like fairly far. But yeah, like it's But,
that's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know that you guys had that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little islands. I think some of them might just be considered part of Australia, and others are kind of like, they're kind of like independent little nations, I guess, like a little,
Yeah.
I guess kind of like how you have like Puerto Rico or something.
Yeah.
Sort of like that, I guess.
That makes sense.
So, how many of the world's deadliest animals have you come across? Because everything's trying to kill you in Australia.
Outside of a zoo?
Like, just walking down the street, I expect like there to be like killer scorpions and wombats and snakes everywhere.
Well, like, funnily enough, like as much as I would love to keep up the stereotype, right? Like, most people live in cities, they don't come across like much. If you live close to the country, you might have like kangaroos in your backyard, maybe some snakes or something. But even those snakes are like, they're pretty chill. Like they're more scared of you than if you leave the snake alone. It's not gonna mess with you. But spiders, even the spiders, like everything, we have the most venomous everything. Like,
right.
But like, it's rare that anyone dies from them. You're probably more likely to get like taken by a shark or something in the ocean if you go swimming than you are like a poisonous animal on land.
So now, you have a choice. Do you want to die by a poisonous snake bite or being taken by a shark in the ocean? You have to pick one. Snake bite over here. I'm taking the snake bite.
Like, the man in me feels like I could take the shark.
People do. People survive. They just like lose a leg or some shit. Like, it's like a lot of surfers, often.
I just feel like the initial damn, that sucks. But I feel like I would be blown if I get bit like on the finger, and then damn, I'm gonna die. Like, at least if I'm in a shark, I could be like, I feel like I would almost like Saw, right? Yeah. Like, I would feel like my life was turned around by that experience if I survived. Versus a snake bite, I'd be like, damn, I gotta cut the arm off. Like, I feel like that'd be my initial reaction, is like, I gotta cut it off or I gotta suck this shit out, or something. Like, I just feel like I'd want a more extreme thing to happen.
Well, see, this is the funny thing.
But I wouldn't want the pain.
Oh, you're gonna get the pain.
Yeah, but that's the only thing.
So we have all those animals and stuff. Unless you're in the bush, pretty unlikely you're going to encounter one.
Yeah.
Sharks, maybe if you're swimming. But again, it's usually only if you're like a surfer, you're like pretty far out.
Yeah.
Yet, I'll watch videos of you guys, and you got fucking bears just walking around your backyard.
There's a bear.
And shit. Like that, I'm like, what the fuck?
There's a bear the last 2 summers that walked from Western Maryland. He hasn't quite walked over here, but he'll walk through Howard County and down towards DC and then to the tip of Virginia. But they're black bears. You're supposed to go booga ooga ooga, and then they,
Yeah.
I would admit I have seen plenty of also adorable videos of tiny little dogs chasing bears away from backyards as well. But I see that and I'm like, that's more scary to me than any shit I've seen in Australia. You're probably more likely to hit a kangaroo with your car and hurt yourself that way driving in the country than you are.
Can you imagine you hit a kangaroo and it's square up
and it gets up and starts swinging on you?
Yeah. Fuck you. Oh Jesus.
The male ones you got to look out for.
But
they will beat the shit.
Can you imagine trying to explain that to your job though? Why are you late? Well, I hit a kangaroo and you hit me back. What?
Yeah.
A roo whipped crazy. My ass. My bad, boss. My bad.
Getting fucked up. You got a black eye, your car fucked up, and you still gotta go to work.
And he's waiting for you after you get off to finish.
Be in the parking lot just looking at you.
Just cracking his knuckles. Bouncing, cracking his knuckles, just waiting for you.
There's a perpetual being chased by a kangaroo ready to fuck you up at any given point. That'd be so diabolical.
Yeah, as much as the stuff will try to kill you, it's more just the stuff that's annoying that's worse than anything. Like, you know, you go to the beach and if it's particularly bad blue bottle season,
jellyfish.
Yeah, like they just look like big blue penises just wash up on the shore, and that shit, like they have these massive long tentacles that are really thin, like spaghetti, that go on for like 2 meters, like, and that'll just wrap around you and you
fuck your shit up.
Yeah, like it can be real painful.
I'm guessing you've been there before.
I've not been stung, luckily, no. But I also don't. I know it sounds funny, but I'm not a huge fan of the beach. I'm a little bit like Anakin. I don't like sand.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I mean, can you imagine though? Like, you get wrapped up by a jellyfish and then a shark shows up and it's like, damn, today's not my day. Like,
and the kangaroo is still waiting for you.
He on the beach. He's waiting for you. Like, bro, what did I do? What did I fuck nature up? I shouldn't have littered. Like that. I feel like that point, it's like, I mean, I need to go green.
The magpies. That's the other thing you could look out for.
What is a magpie?
That's the
is it a bird?
They're like a.
Is it like a crow?
Kind of like a crow.
Okay.
They're sort of like black and white colored, but they're sort of notorious for. You know, you walk past a park or through a park or something, and they might have a nest, and they're very territorial. So they'll swoop bomb you, and like I've had them like smash into my head and stuff. Like,
that's crazy.
Also, seagulls. Seagulls are fucking vicious.
I've seen some even like around ours, like on boardwalks, where they just straight
they'll just take
the shit out of your hand, and like, you know, fuck you in your hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I remember going to Seattle and seeing like albatross for the first time. And like I was petrified. I was like, there's just all these people just like feeding chips to the. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, they're like 3 times the size of a seagull. I was having like, you know, psycho flashbacks. So,
it's like a scary movie, yo.
Yeah.
So you come to America for you got friends across the U.S., I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess you met people online gaming. Is that?
Yeah. So online gaming, Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, and then like I've been this guy for like 10 years or something, probably. Yeah, which is crazy. Like that's how long we've been playing D&D together.
But met each other for the first time last year.
Yeah.
So he's mentioned D&D a number of times. I guess I know Caroline plays, right?
Yeah.
That's who I know because I work with her at a point, and I just. As a non-D&D player who used to watch the cartoon as a child and who watched Vox Machina, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's just so odd and not relatable to me. And then to know like you guys actually like build international communities and like have some bonding and kinship over it. It's like it warms my thug heart to know that someone would actually cross the globe because of friendships they've made from D&D.
Yeah.
And that's dope.
Yeah, like it was kind of funny because when I did come last year, we went out to dinner, a few of us.
Yeah.
And about halfway through the dinner, I sort of said to them, you know, I'm actually kind of a little disappointed. And they're like, oh, what? And I was like, because this just feels normal. It just feels like, because we see each other every week on video call and hang out, and I was like
for hours.
I was kind of just expecting like a little bit more like serotonin or some shit. Like don't get me wrong, like it was awesome fun to meet everyone in person, and like that's why I'm back again a year later. You know, like gonna go hang out on the weekend, but like it's crazy how like these days the internet and stuff can really bring you closer to people that you never would have met like 20 years ago. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, even with I guess Zooms and Discords and stuff like that. Like I mean, to Brenda's point, we literally have been on video calls for a long time, and we usually meet from like 7 to like 10, 11, depends how people feeling. But 4 hours a week, every week.
So what time is the call?
What?
Whenever you do the video call, 7 to 11. So what time is it for you?
So it's about like. Depending on the time of year, because of daylight saving, it's either 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. for me on a Saturday.
Is daylight savings like universal?
No, apparently not. I know that dude playing with games with him. I had no idea.
So what happens is it usually one or the other activates, and then like about a month later, the other countries turns off or whatever.
Okay.
So it shifts from like 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and back and depending on.
So it doesn't line up all the time.
So for about 6 months,
ours
or
will
about 5
kick
months.
in, and theirs won't. But then like a month later, theirs will kick in. So then it's like a 2-hour window back to 1 hour window, and so forth. So like let's say like ours springs forward, his doesn't. So now it's a 2-hour window because ours sprung forward. And so a lot of times we're like, hey, daylight savings is this weekend, FYI. So he doesn't show up at like 9 a.m. because for us it would be 5 p.m. or whatever.
Got it. And the toilets go in reverse, correct?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
His toilets.
I mean, it's just normal. I don't pay much attention to it. I have heard the urban legend. I don't know how accurate it is, but I've heard it's BS. But I don't know.
What's the most disappointing thing about this country? We can take it. We're ready.
I think.
Where do I start?
If it's not the hotel room, what's the most disappointing thing about this country?
I mean,
He seems pretty optimistic.
It's not a hard question to answer, really.
Okay.
I think it's that you voted Trump in again, or alternatively, I watched that Surrounded episode on YouTube.
The Jubilee thing
with Mehdi and the people that were just like openly like, yeah, I don't give a shit about democracy. I don't care if people call me a Nazi. I want an autocracy and all this, and I'm just like, are we really at that point now where people are just openly like cool with that? Like that's racist. Wild to me.
Yeah, I think the problem is, how do you combat groups that revel in being the bad guy? Like when they want to be looked at the way they're being looked at, because that like amps them up to do more so that they're continually looked at that way.
I'm not very smart. but you guys are such a big country, and in some ways you're really a union of smaller countries because your states control so much of what goes on within them. Like, especially when it comes to things like, because I think education is the root of it. I think clearly people are maybe not as educated on. It's not even necessarily like, can you do math and can you it's a lot of the time it's even just English, like understanding what propaganda is, understanding like when a newspaper makes a sensationalist headline, it's a sensationalist headline that's taking things out of context.
Oh, definitely.
I think people, they get in their echo chambers. They don't have, it's like critical thinking is like I think that's probably where it comes to. People don't have that as a skill. But then at the same time, can you blame them when like it just feels like the government purposely doesn't want to educate people. They want to keep the people who are in the lower socioeconomical situations down, and then like it's perpetual. I think we saw a rise around the world, even though in sort of right wing kind of animosity. But weirdly enough, in some ways, I think even the Onion News did a joke, or maybe it was one of our satirical places, made a joke about when just in Trump's like first 100 days, whatever, messing shit up so much that you started seeing elections in other countries swing
in the other
hard to the
direction.
left.
Yeah.
Like in Australia, we had our election recently, and not only did our left-leaning party win, but the right-leaning party leader lost their seat in government.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, like that's how far it swung to the left. They lost about 18 out of, so we have about 75. You need about I think it's about 150 seats, and you need 75 to like win. And they lost about 25 seats from, it was about even, and then they lost about 25 seats to the left party.
Oh, wow.
I say left and right because we call our right wing party is the Liberal Party, so that gets a bit confusing for some. Yeah. It's so in some ways that's the only good thing Trump has done. Maybe I think it scared everyone. Like, oh shit, this is what happens when you go that far to the right. Like, and Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got the attention of the world, and he's gotten most of the world to look at what they're doing and consider what's going on. There are plenty of countries that are just going to carry on like they carry on, or even dig their heels in deeper. But I think you're absolutely right about education and why bother educating people when in fact they're just going to do your bidding because they're uneducated. And sensationalism and propaganda and all this and all that. Like, I have a problem with AI right now, just period. Not ChatGPT answering questions or whatever, but just how when you're shown AI every single time, it's always propaganda. It's never just a teddy bear. It's always something else with it. Like the thing now is I saw one recently, the comedian CT, he was doing a look at your favorite cartoons grown up, right? So it was like Hey Arnold, Rugrats, whatever. And each picture wasn't done by an artist. It was done by AI to show you what they would look. And I'm just like, but that's how AI infiltrates you. It makes it seem like this is okay. And then it throws something else at you that makes it seem like it's okay. Like the videos of Black women giving advice about dating, or older men talking about
those videos are so stupid.
But it's propaganda.
Yeah, I know.
It's written by someone who's not of the community.
Yeah,
like, it is just infiltrating, and then it'll get to the point where you don't recognize that it's AI or false.
Because it's only going to get
misleading.
It's always going to get better.
Or even those info pages that have like, did you know, brain facts, and it's just like, how do you even know that's a fact? It's just something they're showing you, and it looks nice. The package is nice, but it isn't necessarily true.
Yeah,
it's just content.
It's just all content.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be right or wrong. And honestly, I even got swindled in one of the churches. It was like Uber is going to offer to deliver the Costco hot dog. You know me, I love Costco, so I was like, that's amazing. And it was like fake news. Like, I actually researched it. It was like, no, that'd be dumb. They wouldn't make any money. And I was like, oh, they got me. And
but then searching it isn't even good enough anymore, because the first result is an AI result.
Yeah.
The very first result,
which is just
is AI, and it's just like, what do you do? How do you combat this? Because we can't put the genie back in the bottle.
No.
And the problem is with the AI as well. Like, is AI is very good at, it's very good at being confident when it's wrong.
Oh yeah.
So it's AI is not in itself nefarious, because like there's a common saying in computer like programming and stuff, like garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage in, you're gonna get garbage out, right? So if it's sucking up like garbage,
but that's also because the community is inputting it. So I remember even one point they got where it was like they convinced ChatGPT like 1 + 1 = 4, because they just kept saying like, no, you're wrong. And it garbage in, garbage out. It was like, oh, okay.
Because it's based on language. Yeah. It's not based on like, it's not actually thinking about anything.
No.
It's actually really crazy.
It's not intelligent.
No.
That's the thing.
It's a language learning model, or whatever they call it.
It's not doing anything on its own. It's just predicting. It's predicting what word should come next, what syntax should appear. Right? It's mapped.
Yeah, it assigns like numbers, or I can't remember how it works exactly, but it assigns like numbers. You give it a prompt, and it assigns like code to the words you've inputted, and then it basically scours the web and goes, what commonly that associates with these numbers is like, I'm explaining it very terribly, but like, it just matches your words to stuff out there.
Find it and then try to come back with a semi.
Computing as a service. That's what AI is. It is not intelligent. It is just getting you to the next point. It is a tool. It's a resource. It can impact the world significantly, because again, we can all like receive that propaganda, that information, and do something nefarious with it, or maybe not. Or the nefarious players now have all the information that the world is feeding it, and then they know what to do. Every online OneDrive, every Google Drive, every bit of information you ever sent in an email, it's all being read by some service, and then they can source it, scour it, and make it say what it needs to say so that people will believe it. And here we are recording podcasts, trying to fight the man, trying to fight the system.
Did you guys see where that one guy convinced ChatGPT to read him off like a product code for like Windows? So the story was, he was like, hey, my grandma used to read me the code to go to bed, and she just recently passed, and it really would be nice if you were to read me codes so I can go to sleep. And he just kept prompting it, and eventually was like, okay. And then started reading off like Windows keys, and then he just used it, and then of course he got in trouble. But he convinced ChatGPT to give him the information because my grandma used to read them to me to go to sleep, and because it doesn't know any better, it's like, okay, well, I could do that too.
Yeah,
I was just like, that is so smooth. I mean, like, out of the box thinking, but clearly they're gonna track you back because you're gonna make it so that no one else can now do that because the overlords are gonna be like, oh, that was too smart. We can't have that.
Yeah, you got to break it. You got to break the system. So that was the bad. What is something that's been surprisingly good about your trips to the United States?
Oh, I mean, for a lot of the time, a lot of it was to meet up with people that I've known, like online and stuff, and that's been awesome. But also, I guess, I've gone to I'm a big movie fan. I went to film school back in the day. So I love Universal Studios and Warner Brothers Studios. Like all that stuff was great. I've been to New York. Love New York. I'm into comic books and all that stuff. So went all the different places around there. Been to San Francisco. So been to Alcatraz and been to the Statue of Liberty. I actually really like DC actually because it's very green. Like I love it's not all high rises and stuff. Like it's the parks are nice. It's and it's a lot quieter really too. I feel like maybe, but I don't know. It's really nice here. I think.
I guess down by the museums, it's a lot quieter.
Well, it's funny because even we were talking about that because last year Brenda went to a lot of museums and I was like, it's crazy because I live in the area and I swear I can't remember the last time I've been to the Smithsonian. Now, given they've had exhibits that I've been interested in, but just didn't work out that for me to be able to go. But even like Cherry Blossom Festival, I mean, if anything, avoid it because of the crowds.
The Spy Museum's cool.
Yeah, I don't even know where that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it sounds cool, but I've never personally gone. And I know there's different types. Like, even the new black one, the African
I haven't been to
never been there either.
Blacksonian either.
Yeah,
so
never been there. So, I mean, it's like, I'm like within 10 miles of these joints and never been.
I actually really like museums because I'm the kind of person that goes to a museum and I'll read, all the plugs because...
I mean, yeah.
And this is, again, about, education stuff, I had some misassumptions about America.
Okay.
And then I went to, so I guess I'll explain the assumption I had was I kind of assumed, in LA, California, I assumed it's quite bilingual down there, with Spanish and everything. And I kind of just assumed, because, America has been around for 400 years or whatever, there's been migration from the south and that's kind of why that's become a thing over the 400 years whatever. I had no other reason to suspect because in Australia we have the same thing. There's certain areas that they have Chinese signs and stuff where there's a higher concentration of Chinese people. We're very multicultural too. So but then I went to the Ellis Island Museum and just that simple museum visit, I'm reading around and I'm like, oh no, the Spanish had colonies and also just people already here, and then the white people came and enslaved them all, and taught them Jesus and and I was like, oh okay, that actually makes. And then it was like, oh, that's why places are literally called Los Angeles, and it's not. A retroactive.
It's the conquistadors did it.
Yeah. It was. So it was. So that's why I love museums because there's just you learn shit and I think that's maybe that was stupid of me not to know that stuff, but
no.
It's I think that's why I think people should be always trying to seek more knowledge and stuff.
But I think that's something that as an American I would take for granted, that someone else would know the history of America and colonization and like the slave trade. I just assume everyone across the globe knows my black ass is here because of slavery. Maybe not. Like that, you just don't know. Like you just don't know that like people in Guatemala and Mexico speak Spanish because of Spain. Like we can't assume that because I think all the animals in Australia are trying to kill me, and he's like, no, just the magpies. Everybody else is cool.
Yep. And that aggressive kangaroo.
And that one kangaroo.
That one aggressive kangaroo.
Like I think that's fascinating to learn about other cultures. Just period. Like it's interesting and it's fascinating.
And there's so many. Like there's so many little countries.
Because we even talk about D&D sometimes, where it's like, wait, you guys do that, and it's like, wait, you guys do that, and it's like it's always that interesting kind of back and forth sometimes.
Have you gotten mambo sauce?
No.
It's not spicy. Well, got a little kick, depending.
Now I kind of want to get your mambo sauce.
Just get a mambo sauce.
Gotta do it. Probably, maybe Sunday before we leave.
Got time to get some wings and some mambo sauce.
It's a sauce that's like literally only local to this area. No one knows what's in it.
It's just red.
Yeah,
it's the only answer. Red.
It's just red sauce.
Literally, I've Googled it and it's like question marks. And it's like, I think it's this. I don't know. And it's like, they now sell it like in the grocery store, but it's not. It's like
not,
you need to go to like
you need to go
some
to
sort of any. Benny's, Denny's, Finney's, Minis,
Kenny's.
like Chinese Chinese American food, or the chicken wings, and get mumbo sauce. I don't know what the sauce is. It's almost like a remnants of like sweet and sour, like as far as like consistency, but not the taste. Yeah, it's the weirdest. It's the weirdest sauce ever.
So there's gelatin in it.
Maybe.
Question mark.
Red 40 is definitely in there. Yeah, it's probably banned in Australia.
Red dye number 5 is present. But yeah, it was. We could maybe try to do it on Sunday, maybe Sunday, before he leaves.
Okay, it's just an idea. Just throwing something out there.
Yeah, no. Now I want you to try it. Because also I haven't had it in a long time, so I'm kind of curious what my taste buds would do to it.
I totally forgot, but I did bring Vegemite with me too.
I got Vegemite. What is that?
Oh my god!
Is that like prison food?
No. You don't know what Vegemite is?
No, what is Vegemite?
It's that stuff like every talk show that brings an Australian on is like, oh, we're gonna try Vegemite. It's that the black stuff you smell on.
You're eating black stuff?
It is the saltiest. It's what is it?
So it's technically it's like I think it's what it is yeast extract.
Then why is it black?
It yeasted
racism.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But honestly, like I remember I'm
gonna feed you racist yeast. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
We had some last year at like the game day, and I swear it was like it touched my soul. Like it was aggressive, and it was like sweet. Like it had such a unique taste to it, where it was like I want another bite, but it was also like I don't know how I feel about it.
You spread it on toast?
Yeah.
What?
You make some toast. You put butter because you want like melted butter.
Okay.
As like a base, and then you just smear it on top. It's like a spread.
Yeah, like I guess like a Nutella.
And
that's not salty. Nutella. You just said salty.
No.
You said salty.
I'm saying like on what you do with it, not what it tastes like, because there's nowhere comparison.
If you want to get fancy, you put some cheese. Maybe melt the cheese on top. Like it's good.
I feel like you should also slice some of those apples you stole from Indianapolis.
No, you know what's funny? When I came back, there was 2 in my bag. Like I was plundering, like, because they had the continental breakfast, and honestly, they didn't really have shit in that joint. Like honestly, it was like Jimmy. Like they had cooks. It wasn't cooks. It was all like Jimmy Dean's. It was like bagged, like eggs in a bag type shit. Like add water and mix. And I was just like, what are these cooks doing? I even ordered a salad from there, and it was like grilled chicken. Why did it come out white? It wasn't grilled. They thought it was grilled.
It was microwave chicken.
Like they sprayed Mystique on it or something like that. Like it was just like, okay, y'all got me. This salad is whack. Even I got another salad because thinking it was like, oh, maybe it was just that salad.
Same thing.
I got a Caesar salad, and of course it comes with like cheese, like Parmesan cheese. They just shook the cheese dust on it, and I was just like, okay.
Do your grocery stores have an American aisle section?
I wouldn't say an American section, but we do have like international, sections. So, but we don't really have American.
You don't have like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So no cereals, but there would be like probably the only things I see in that section that's American. Probably like sometimes red vines.
Is that American?
And
because like a lot of those dyes are illegal.
I know the dyes are illegal.
They're illegal in other countries.
So you probably don't have
I think it's Tootsie Roll.
We'll classify that as American for sure.
But like apart from those couple of things, like but where you do see American stuff is
KFC.
In our convenience stores.
Okay.
They have a lot of like so all the drinks they have are like imported American drinks. There'll be like chips and there'll be like the cereals and stuff, but it's all like super pricey because it's like imported like
tariffs. That's their tariffs.
We also mentioned because we went to a sub place earlier. I think it was called Charlie's, and he got lemonade, and he was like, they don't really have as many varieties of lemonades as we do.
Oh no, like at all. Like what you guys call lemonade does not exist in Australia. So
I will say you are missing out because lemonade is fantastic.
Yeah, but to his point, it's just sugar water.
Like
so what? It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's why it might not exist.
Yeah, every other country's like, this is bad for you. We don't want you to consume this.
Like, I think it might be too sweet for the palate, maybe. Like, what we call lemonade is more like your Schweppes, almost like Sprite's lemon and lime.
Right.
If Sprite didn't have the lime, like that's lemonade.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, that's what we.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's not popular. Like it's not a big thing.
It's like club soda with.
You go to Australia with a pitcher of Kool-Aid from the ghetto, you kill them immediately. Veins start hardening up. Like just.
Well, we do drink something though that's pretty popular called Solo, and that is a lemon soda. That has lemon juice in it, like a little bit. It would be, I don't know what a similar thing. Do you guys have Lyft?
No.
Like the
we have Uber and Lyft.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
No, but yeah, like it'd be like a lemon flavored soda, but it actually has a little bit of juice in it. So it's
Slice was that.
Maybe
it was soda with a little bit of juice in it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It was always lemon lime.
Yeah.
Because lemons aren't real; they were falsely manufactured, and here we go.
Which is crazy because you think about that. The old saying, like when life gives you lemons, like it didn't give us lemons, but
we made it.
Like,
we conjured these up.
Like okay.
But what's sad that we don't have is like, I love the Baja Blast. We do not have that.
Yep.
We have Dr. Pepper to an extent, but not really. Like. You'd have to go to the supermarket and they might have a bottle of it. Like, it's not...
So here at our supermarkets, we have store brands. Like, in Walmart, it's Great Value. In Costco, it's Kirkland. Like, do your supermarkets also have, like, store brands?
Yeah.
So instead of a Dr. Pepper, the store brand is Dr. Thunder. And Mountain, instead of Mountain Dew, it's Mountain Shoutin' and stuff like that. Do you guys have... generic titles for some of your
nothing as exciting sounding as those ones, but we do. But we do. Yeah. We have a bunch of ones.
Just have some Kangaroo Punch. You got any Kangaroo Punch?
No. We have Dunkaroos.
I remember Dunkaroos.
I think we had Dunkaroos, and then we let y'all have some.
Maybe. I don't know.
It was like, this is ours. We're going to take it back.
Maybe. Fair.
Yeah. But no, we have store brand stuff too. Like we have Costco, so we have Kirkland as well. But yeah.
Just wanted to be a little more like punchy. Let's have some fun with it.
No, it's more like so we have two main supermarkets in Australia. It's like a duopoly. So we've got like they're called Woolworths and Coles.
Is it like left right? Is it a left-leaning supermarket or right-leaning supermarket?
No, it's just... Well, we also have Aldi, actually, technically, as well.
I got Aldi's everywhere.
It's not as big, but... and IGA, actually. I think you guys have IGA here, too, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
But So it'll just be like... Woolworths soda, like kind of thing.
So they
Cola.
Right to it.
Yeah.
Cola, question mark?
Yeah, basically.
Ginger
ale. They don't get too fancy with it, unfortunately.
Nah, makes sense.
Yeah, I need some soul over there. Send him home with a bottle of mumbo sauce. He probably can't bring it in because it's
no.
But if it's small, you could.
We had a few interesting candies we changed the name of recently.
What is it, Toblerone?
No, so we had like a I don't even know what flavor that is, but there was like this almost like a taffy kind of but like hard, and it was red. And they were called Redskins for the longest time.
Oh wow. Okay.
And we changed the name recently to Red Rippers because that we have jelly babies that are like chocolate flavored, and for ages they were called Chicos.
Oh, I can see.
I have a story for Chicos for you.
Now they're called Cheekies.
That's worse. I feel.
Growing up, Sir Nygel, did you eat Chico sticks?
Yeah, I've had them.
Do you know what flavor Chico sticks are?
Molasses.
No.
What?
Peanut butter and coconut.
That's fraudulent.
That is weird as hell.
Yeah.
That's why they have that orange, pale orange color and that rock hard consistency.
Yeah.
Chico sticks are peanut butter and coconut.
That's why I didn't know that.
We still call those Chico sticks.
Doubling down on it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. A lot of people got upset that we changed the name.
Well, I mean, I get it because we felt the same way with like Aunt Jemima and
Right. Fucking Pearl Milling Company.
Yeah. And
Uncle Ben's is now Pearl Milling Company.
Those ones I'm not sure about, right? Because like I don't know the history behind those companies. But
They were
like,
just made up characters that we just
made up characters who just happen to have like.
then I can kind of see that, I guess. But
Yeah.
but at the same time, like,
I mean, it didn't really like it didn't change the world. Like world peace didn't happen because Aunt Jemima isn't around.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like,
it didn't end slavery or
Don't get me
didn't.
wrong. It was based off of
caricature. Yeah, like,
But even then, like
of
it's been around. Like by
what it was,
changing
but-
it didn't change the world. Like
well, I guess it comes down to like because like representation in a way matters, right? So like, is it seen as representation or is it seen as a caricature in a bad way?
I will
Like,
speak for
or does
myself.
people don't care.
I will speak for myself. I didn't care until they changed it, and I didn't like what they changed it to.
Yeah.
Because they were appeasing no one.
What did they change it to?
Pearl Milling Company.
Oh, just generic.
Generic name.
name
Soulless name. Like it's just,
with no mascot. So you got rid of it to replace it with nothing. So if anything, that means it was less than nothing by you know what I'm saying, like.
Well, here's an interesting one for you. We had a cheese, which you may or may not have heard of, because comedians have joked about it before. We had a cheese brand that was recently changed. They recently changed the name to Cheer Cheese. Previously, it was called Coon Cheese.
Oh yeah, I can see why they would change that.
But
they don't have coons.
the funny thing was,
I mean, if they double down and have raccoon on the flavor, then I'd be doubly down for it. It'd be okay.
But the cheese was named after the
family
CEO or the founder. His name was, I forget his first
Joseph
name.
Kuhn or
His last name was Kuhn, and so there was no like.
But that's the thing about
You know.
language, right? Like coon back in the day didn't necessarily have a negative. It depends on how long it's been around, right?
Been around a long time.
Yeah, but let's just say like he founded the company back in like the 1800s or some bullshit, right?
Coon's been
Yeah,
around longer
probably.
than that.
Like, you know.
But even then, like it probably didn't have a negative, as, But then as it gotten older, that coon had like a more of a southern twang to it. As it got,
I mean, like socially, coon doesn't exist in Australia like it does here.
Yeah, like not as a
So I mean, I can
It's
see
just,
like
it's global pressure to do something about something that's nothing.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean that I would be upset about if it's a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a coon,
if I'm a coon,
you making me have the chain.
I got to change everything because
Grandpa was the
best
master
coon. He was the best coon that ever was.
best coon there
He
was.
brought us where we are today, and
And I'll be damned as a coon. I'm gonna change it.
I'm standing up for my
It's
coonage.
interesting, right? Because I sort of go, well, it's just a company now, right?
Yeah.
It's not some family business.
Fair,
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah.
And also, like, if I don't think anyone was offended by it. Like, comedians joked about it often, like, but like, if but what I find funny is when you do like changing the name, if it wasn't racially motivated to change, right? Like, let's just say a company decided to change the name of their product for no other reason than they felt like a change would be good for the brand. Nobody would probably give a shit. I think it's interesting though when people get pissed off at something like changing it from Coon to Cheer. You look at the people who are pissed off, and
That's the side you don't want to be on.
exactly, and it's like, or it's like, if the people that are complaining about it are a certain type of people, you're like, yeah, it needed to be changed, or because like
I see your point.
you know, like
I see your
it's
point.
kind of stupid, like that.
Yeah.
Because for me, I personally didn't care. The cheese still tastes like cheese. It's still good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, I moved on. But there's like, why are you so cranky that they just, you know?
I think a lot of times just people bored and just like, I want to be angry. What can I be angry about? And I think this is
no. Boredom is giving them a pass. It's not boredom. There are reasons for it. They are. They want to be right. Period. It's just they ultimately just want to be right. What I believe is right, and that's all there is to it. There's no looking at it any other way. I need to be right, and now you're telling me I'm wrong, and I've got a problem with that. It's just as simple as that. And those are the same people who would be on the side of American Eagle and Sydney Sweetney right now, and her my jeans are blue, and then the camera pans to her eyes. It's just like you said. Like if you're on the side arguing for it, and then you look around the room and you see what kind of people they are, they're always the same kind of people. The same people that are in that 20 on 1 at that Jubilee event talking about fascism and everything. It's that same cluster of people. They just want to be right regardless of what it is.
Yeah, and like I'm sure it's just a company trying to like seem better in the public eye. But like even if it was just people like, you know, this might not be a problem, but, you know, we want to, in case it is, we've decided we want to, you know, it's still the same product we've always made. We're just going to change the name to make it hopefully more friendly. And then if you got a problem with that, like, there's,
but also to that point, there's always somebody who's going to have a problem with something. And even to what Jay said about being right, like, there's going to be somebody like, I ain't happy, I ain't cheery.
And it's funny you say that, right? I
change that shit. The
sometimes
sad
I get
cheese.
Just sad cheese. Like, what I don't get is, like, I'm not the most outgoing person. Like, people, like, you know, like, what I don't get is you have hate in your heart or you don't agree with people on a certain issue. It's like, cool. Like, people don't have to agree on everything.
Yeah.
But, like, why do you have the energy to go out and make noise about it? Like, and just let people fucking live their life.
That's
like,
the thing with me.
That's
sometimes.
what gets me.
It's like, man, you got a whole day to dedicate to doing that? That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't like gay people? Fine. Like, but it doesn't affect you. Why are you out in the street yelling about it? Like, you know what I mean?
I would.
That's what really gets me is that people put all this energy, like,
because even
into
like
the hate.
an example, like I guess like, you know, the people who do like the environmental stuff, like, you know, putting their hands to like the roads and stuff. I'm like, man, you got time. Like, that's crazy. Like gluing your hands to the street, staying out there all day, almost getting hit by cars. Like I that doesn't sound like a good Saturday afternoon to me.
My question is like, what is their expected end result? I glue my hand to the road. Now what?
I think it's just all about making noise, right? Like,
but
I
want to be right.
But I don't think it. I think if you want to, like, because I agree, like, we should do better for the environment, say, right?
I agree
like,
too.
But maybe your energy would be better spent joining some organization that's
maybe
trying
going
to make
green,
or doing political stuff to
raise money.
My hand is stuck to the pavement right now.
Yeah.
What's the end result now?
You get arrested.
You just beat it.
You get to touch asphalts.
Grab asphalts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't think of anything else because a lot of times those people wind up actually seriously doing themselves bodily damage by gluing themselves to the asphalt because then you can't remove it.
Maybe it's education again. They don't know any better way to have their voices heard.
Well, they're like a kid having a tantrum.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And you know, I agree. Like, I feel like but in some ways, I think that's because maybe some people just feel so unheard and like.
So now I gotta do something to be heard.
They gotta do something drastic.
I'm an adult with adult money, but I still have tantrum tendencies. So I'm gonna do stuff like wild out and glue myself to the.
I feel like the same person who would glue her hand to the road is the same person who would tickle a grown-ass man when he tells you not to. What is the expected end result?
Getting punched. That's what it is.
If you're throwing a tantrum, glue your hands to the road. If you are tickling a grown ass man, same deal. Like, what do you, in the end, what is he just supposed to like giggle and then stop and be like, that was great?
Well, because I know that are like ticklish. They fear, like hate.
There is no foresight. There's no foresight. There's no tomorrow. It's just this moment. This is all there is this, because I'm a petulant child and I don't know what I'm going to do next. But I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And you're stuck.
But you know what's even funny? Like, now that you even said it, like if somebody tells me they're ticklish, I get scared to even be around them, because I'm worried that like a slight like gesture would make them feel like I'm about to tickle them. And like if anything, I'm hyper aware of my hands. I hate it. So if anything, don't tell me you're ticklish. You never have to worry about it. But the second you tell me you're ticklish, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to.
I have power now.
Yeah, like, I don't like it. I don't like the power. Like, it's like, yo, I don't even want to know that shit. Because like, if I give you a hug, like if I go like that, like if I'm fucking you up, like I don't know, like I'm scared, like I'm worried I'm gonna fuck your equilibrium up or something.
And that's why you can't tell Janice at the meetings that you're about to do something, because Janice is gonna raise her hand and say, I'm gonna stick it to the ground.
Yeah, fuck.
That's just what it is. So, anything else you guys want to cover? You want to leave some handles or anything to let our listening audience know? And I do expect a listen out of Australia now at some point, because I'm checking.
For sure.
I check our stats and our plays or whatever. But is there anything you want to close out and say to the audience? Tell them you love America or something. I don't know.
Just I don't know, love each other. Like, yeah. I think that's
positive. Yeah.
Like we've tilted the discussion a little differently, but
it went wild.
But yeah, I think just love each other and keep on keeping on.
Love each other and keep on keeping on. I am J. Delnegro. That is Sir Nygel, and we are the Don't Judge Me podcast. And you have listened to episode 204, and we are closing out. Peace.